This is Doctrine and Covenant, section 82, revelation given to Joseph Smith the prophet in Jackson County, Missouri, April 26, 1832. The occasion was a general council of the church at which Joseph Smith the prophet was sustained as the president of the high priesthood, to which office he had previously been ordained at a conference of high priests, elders, and members at Amherst, Ohio, January 25th, 1832. Formerly, unusual names were used in the publication of this revelation to conceal the identity of the persons named. These unusual names have now been dropped, except in the cases where the identification is not known. Where much is given, much is required. Darkness reigns in the world. The Lord is bound when we do what he says. Zion must increase in beauty and holiness. Every man should seek the interest of his neighbor. Verily, verily, I say unto you, my servants, that inasmuch as you have forgiven one another your trespasses, even so I, the Lord, forgive you. Nevertheless, there are those among you who have sinned exceedingly, yea, even all of you who have sinned. But verily, I say unto you, beware from henceforth, and refrain from sin, lest sore judgments fall upon your heads. For of him unto whom much is given, much is required. And he who sins against the greater light shall receive greater condemnation. Yeah, call upon my name for revelation, and I give them unto you. Inasmuch as you keep not my sayings which I give unto you, you become transgressors, and justice and judgment are the penalty, which is affixed to my law. Therefore, what I say unto one, I say unto all. Watch, for the adversary spreadeth his dominion, and his darkness reigneth, and the anger of God kindleth against the inhabitants of the earth, and none doeth good, for all have gone out of the way. And now verily I say unto you, I the Lord will not lay any sin to your charge. Go your way and sin no more. But unto the soul who sinneth shall the former sins return, saith the Lord your God. And again I say unto you, I give unto you a new commandment, that you may understand my will concerning you. Or in other words, I give unto you directions how you may act before me, that it may turn to you for your salvation. I, the Lord, am bound when you do what I say. But when you do not do what I say, you have no promise. Therefore, verily I say unto you, it is expedient for my servants Edward Partridge, Newell Whitney, and Sidney Gilbert, and Sidney Rigdon, and my servant Joseph Smith, and John Whitmer, and Oliver Cowdery, and W. Phelps, and Martin Harris, to be bound together by a bond and a covenant that cannot be broken by transgression, except in judgment shall immediately follow in your several stewardships, to manage the affairs of the poor, and all things pertaining to the bishopric, both in the land of Zion and in the land of Kirtland. For I have consecrated the land of Kirtland in my own due time, for the benefit of the saints of the Most High, and for a stake in Zion. For Zion must increase in beauty and holiness. Her borders must be enlarged. Her stakes must be strengthened. Yea, verily I say unto you, Zion must arise and put on her beautiful garments. Therefore I give unto you this commandment, that ye bind yourselves by the covenant, and it shall be done according to the laws of the Lord. Behold, here is wisdom also in me for your good. And you are to be equal, or in other words, you are to have equal claims on the properties and benefit of managing the concerns of your stewardships, every man according to his wants and needs, inasmuch as his wants are just. And all this for the benefit of the church of the living God, that every man may improve upon his talent, and every man may gain other talents, yea, even into 100-fold, to be cast into the Lord's storehouse, to become a common property of the whole church, every man seeking the interest of his neighbor, and doing all things with an eye single to the glory of God. This order I have appointed to be an everlasting order unto you, and unto your successors, inasmuch as you sin not. And the soul that sins against this covenant, and hardeneth his heart against it, shall be dealt with according to the laws of my church, and shall be delivered over to the buffetings of Satan until the day of redemption. And now verily I say unto you, that this is wisdom. Make unto yourselves friends with the mammon of unrighteousness, and they will not destroy you. Leave judgment alone with me, for it is mine, and I will repay. Peace be with you. My blessings continue with you. For even yet the kingdom is yours, and shall be forever, if you fall not from your steadfastness. Even so, amen. Section 83 is pretty short. So, revelation given to Joseph Smith the prophet at Independence, Missouri, April 1830. This revelation was received as the prophet sat in council with his brethren. Women and children have claim upon their husbands and fathers. Widows and orphans have claim upon the church. Verily, thus saith the Lord, in addition to the laws of the church concerning women and children, those who belong to the church who have lost their husbands or fathers. Women have a claim on their husbands for their maintenance until their husbands are taken. And if they are not found transgressors, they shall have fellowship in the church. And if they are not faithful, they shall not have fellowship in the church. Yet they may remain upon their inheritance according to the laws of the land. All children have claim upon their parents for their maintenance until they are of age, and after that they have claim upon the church. In other words, upon the Lord's storehouse, if their parents have not wherewith to give them inheritances. And the storehouse shall be kept by the consecrations of the church, and widows and orphans shall be provided for, as also the poor. Amen.